Welcome back, and so in today's video, I'll be doing yet another speed paint of my favorite graphic novel series, Amulet, and its main character, Emily Hayes, but this time I have something interesting planned as I'll basically be drawing a surprise OC of mine and explain how Amulet inspired me throughout the years. So, on to the video. So longtime viewers know that I do speed paint every year where I draw the main character, Emily Hayes, from my favorite pieces of media, the Amulet graphic novel series created by Kazu Kibushi. So here's your speed paint of this character again in 2023. But this speed paint is a little special as I found out that the book 9 of the series is going to be the last book and will be released next year in February 8th, 2024. So I can finally rest my ease, and any Amulet fan can rest their ease knowing that book 9 is actually coming out. It will be the final book, and that Amulet didn't get canceled or something because it's been a while since book 8. But I'm personally excited. I don't know about other Amulet fans, and I've been enjoying the story so far. I have all 8 books and I've read and reread them. I might actually read them again knowing this information, but it's a celebration now that we know the journey with Emily and her friends will finally be coming to an end. So yeah, I can't wait to see it happen. I also like doing these pictures of Emily Hayes because since I draw them yearly I get to see how my art style has progressed over time and how my art skills in general have progressed over time. And I would like to think that my art style has improved like many other artists, because I had to go digging in my old Instagram account to find older pictures of Emily, which I'm showing right now. So thank me, and thank me for saving some of the cringe to put them on the internet to show my progress. But tangent aside, I have improved as an artist, and I'm glad these pictures do exist to help build me up to the artist I am now. And I am glad I made the switch to digital for a while ago, because in digital art you have resize tools, because especially back then I have a hard time where I drew my characters very thin and tall. If you use Clip Studio Paint, it's as if you selected your line art and then pulled on like the top or bottom polar pointer things and just stretched your art out vertically to make it very thin and tall. So that's effectively how I drew back then. I'm kind of better at it now without any interference, but still. And I'm also glad that I did graduate from the anime art style. Not that the art style is terrible, it's just become a rather common and admittedly generic art style that you see online a lot. So I'm glad I was able to develop a style that I would say is unique to me. And I'm not going to ish on anime artists or the anime art style, because there can still be beautiful art drawn in that style, just not a style for me. But Jake, how arts, I hear you say. You're doing a speed paint video on Emily Hayes, so what about her though? So here's what about her though. I'm actually not going to say much about her as a character. I'll say that Emily's journey, her isekai style journey, is her basically learning to express love and trust in people again, because after a tragic event she witnessed with her mom, it's kind of caused her to be a lot more reserved when it comes to her emotional expression, and it can tend to come off as kind of admittedly bitchy to the people she cares about. But that's her character arc and my summation of it, at least. And I want for you guys to go in the comment section and tell me what you think of Emily. Go read the Amulet books and give me your own personal opinion. And then the Amulet fan that is watching, hi, thanks for watching. And I just want you guys to check the series out and give it a shot, because I think it's a nice, simple, little fun adventure series. It's baby's first isekai, and unlike most isekai animes, its action adventure elements don't feel so shoehorned in and take so long to go through, which I'm not even gonna get on that tangent, but it's simple and straight to the point, and it brings those feelings where you just want to be a kid again and go adventure in the forest to see what type of weird stuff you see out there. And there's a YouTuber doing voiceovers of the comic online that I'll be linking to, and I'll show you the name of his channel right here. But beware, the links I'll provide probably may lead you to another website, because YouTube is being really annoying and copyright claiming his stuff. So yeah, just read the Amulet series, give it a shot. I want you guys to see why I draw this series over and over again. So remember that surprise I mentioned earlier in the intro of this video? Well, I'm going to deliver on that surprise by drawing my main original character, and this is a character I've been tweaking and adjusting for years now, and I bring him up because I just realized how Amulet played a big role being a point of inspiration for my main original character here, and all the iterations of him throughout the years. And like I said, this is just a newfound realization, and I guess it just shows you that I'm a big Amulet fan because Amulets subconsciously influence my art, or rather my characters, without me even realizing it. So I guess I just sleep deep in REM sleep just thinking about Amulet and how to include it in my everyday life. JK, but it is going to be a little more personal than I usually am on this channel, so I'm going to give you basically a little stroll down JCal Arts history and describing how I ended up getting my main original character to where he is now. So it all starts back in high school when I ended up drawing essentially my first main OC, or rather the prototype to the OC character you see me drawing now. And he originally was a girl, and the girl in question was your stereotypical anime maid because this was the height of my weeaboo phase. And let me just describe my main OC character at that time. Her name was Hinata. She had long red hair. She transformed into this maid with her magical amulet that gives her supernatural or magical powers. And she goes to a whole different fantastical world unaware to her to explore it and play a heroic role there. So if that doesn't ring any bells, you see the striking resemblance of Hinata to Emily from Amulet, albeit she is a bit older, a teenager, not a kid. And compared to Emily, she's a lot more spunky, outgoing, and very impressionable. You know, she can make friends really easily. So yeah, that is essentially the first prototype of my main OC character, a red hair anime maid girl who I gave magical powers because I guess at the time I wanted to play on the trope of the anime maid who tends to be rather powerless to the calls of fan service in many anime. So Hinata remained my main OC for a few years. I did entertain the idea of a pair of twins being my main OCs, but that did not last long. And then I eventually dropped Hinata as my main OC and killed her fictionally in 2019 because she basically resembled Emily in too many ways. It was a combination of bad anime tropes as well. So I went it alone without an OC character to represent me for a while. And then I did research on the Yoruban mythology and just general African culture, aka I was finally getting out of the sunken place. That's a little nod to my Black viewers. And I ended up liking an aspect of Yoruban, I guess, divinations or practices where the Yoruban people believe that when lightning ends up striking the ground, especially if it's stone, they believe that that's stone or earth is sacred because it's the Thunder Orisha Shango casting judgment on the world. And I decided to make a superhero character in vein of the idea. And that's how we have Olamar, who you see now, who is empowered by a stone he ended up finding in Nigeria during vacation. And that's known as when struck by Olamandre, which is the god of gods within the Orisha pantheon, and it allows him to have access to various different powers of the Orisha. And so that is his little synopsis, and that's how we got to Olamar right here. So that's enough of my personal story, and I would like to thank anyone who's watched thus far. Amulet has been a big inspiration, and I can't wait for the final book. Goodbye.